building my first rated level in Geometry Dash. Hi, my name is Crump, and last week I continued my journey to make my first ever rated level in Geometry Dash. It's been a goal of mine for a long time, and I have a feeling that this level might be the one to get rated. I posted a progress update last week, and as everyone who watches that video knows, I just got so much work done. I mean, just such amazing work I did, just such a large amount of building. And I totally didn't scrap everything 5 minutes after I stopped recording. Either way, if you want to stay updated, then you should drop a sub. There's not a lot of us here, so I'd love to have you along for the ride. Okay, let's get started. Daily chest time. Daily chests. You gotta love them. This is the first video that I'm recording in my dorm. I am a college student, so that's a thing. I did a little bit of work. I decided to scrap what I had last video and just make this highway signs. And I also spent about not 5 hours, like an hour and a half yesterday recreating the entirety of Highway Gothic in the game. And I'm not sure if it's like 100% accurate, but it's close enough, so we take those. And also, Aeonville, haha funny. Warping feature definitely came in handy a lot over here. Most of these do use like warped curves. Like, you can see part of it over here. You see how this part's a little bit wider than over here, than over here. For now, it's mostly about just like experimenting, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. Oh right, I still gotta make the numbers. I gotta make the numbers for this stuff. Shit, tabbed out. Okay, moving this over here. That looks good. There it is. And the 0, I can literally just copy paste the O and stretch it out a little bit. Perfection. That is starting to look a little bit better. Yep, that looks good. Yeah, for some reason I enjoy like these more menial parts of building more than I do like actually making the stuff, just because I don't think I'm the most creative person. So it's easy for me to just like, once I get an idea, I just run with it, because I don't need to really think anymore. I've already done all the planning and stuff. So all I need to do is execute, and just do it the way that I think it should be done. And that looks alright, I'll take it. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. I'm probably going to be naming the streets after a lot of the creators that I watch, which is just most of them. And obviously I'm going to do it like in the ways where it actually works and fits. And by that I mean I'm not going to name something Doggy Street, because that just seems weird. Like, I love Doggy, but like, dude, I mean, like, if you saw a road named Doggy Street, you going down there? Warp. That's pretty good. What the fuck? And there we go. Now the number 7. What does this even do? Oh, the number 7 just became a hell of a lot easier. And we're good. Anyways, you guessed it. Warping. That's it. That's literally all that I have to do. Oftentimes, these fonts like to be very conservative in how they write things, just that they don't use a lot that they don't have to, so the 9 is literally just the 6, but upside down. And that is not even an exaggeration. It does not have a base thing over here. This stays at this angle. The 9 is literally just an upside down 6. And perfect. Well, almost. There we go. The entirety of everything that I'm willing to recreate from Highway Gothic into Geometry Dash. Wait, how many objects is it? 843. That's quite a bit more than I would have wanted. But honestly, at this point, I am slightly too lazy to correct it. Right, do I want to go with miles or kilometers here? Well, I mean, Aeon isn't from the US, so I guess I'll go with kilometers. If it comes down to it, I'm not going to put in the effort to make a comma. Like, I'm just not. It's just gonna be like me figuring out what to put on all of these signs. One of these two is gonna be like a caution sign. Something like that. I wanna like, from here, we're in the big city, we just came out of it. I'm actually gonna play this through while giving the explanation. First part, big stupid garage. Lots of workshop elements, bunch of wood and stuff like that. You're in the big city. Go down here, get the secret coin, which I'm really satisfied about the ripple effect that I put on the wall for. Random transition, gotta do that block design later, get coins and stuff, which I haven't created the movements for yet. Go over here, and now you're heading out of the big city onto the freeway somewhere. That's my main plan. This is just like random build up, don't really need that big of a background. Then you get to here, and I want this to be like over here. I would like it to be like actual roads. My main plan for the next part revolves yet again around car animations, but also some kind of effect where The rest of the screen is on like a darker layer. Alright, so pretending that the orb is the player, the entire background is going to be like some low opacity dark screen, and over here will either be nothing or some kind of yellow blending, like something like this but on a blending shade, just so that it looks like it's headlights. And that, along with the whole car thing that I was talking about before, will rotate along with the player, do all sorts of fun stuff. That's my main plan for this swing copter part, which I have not fully fleshed out yet, as you can very clearly see by the absolute dog shit gameplay. And yeah, that's kind of where my head's at right now for all this stuff. Maybe I should get the gameplay done. Maybe I should get the gameplay done. I'm planning on making the entire decoration for this whole part just to be a freeway. Just a random ass highway in the middle of nowhere. Like something simple like, road's gonna be a standard asphalt color, and then over here is just gonna be a white dotted line down the middle just to tell you like where you're supposed to be going. Over here, I'm thinking about making this like line of blocks just a roadblock section, and then over here you go into the opposite lane. And then from this point there are gonna be cars coming at you. This is like a nice little boost in difficulty right at the end. This lower gravity might actually throw it off a little bit. Honestly, I like the way that the car moves a lot better with that lower gravity, just because, I mean, it fits the theme of just drifting a little bit better. Like, going faster, obviously you're gonna turn slower, because, I mean, if you turn too fast, then you're dead. I'm really not intending this level to be anything more than just, like, 6 or 7 stars. Just very simple, straightforward gameplay, nice and easy. Boundaries are gonna be a little bit wider. This entire thing is just gonna be, like, me just placing down these saw blades. Yeah, I couldn't see the edges at all, and I think that's kind of what I want here, but I'm also just going to zoom out the camera more, starting right about here, so that they see like the caution stuff down there. Give me a second, I'll be right back. My dryer is done. I'm back. Where do I want to add cars in here? Beep, beep. Actually, maybe I should make the car's position randomized. This would be a very good opportunity to use the random trigger, and also figure out how it works. Drop Top, I appreciate you, but I'm not reading that entire manual. Right, now might be a good time to actually work out the design of the car itself. I think I'm yet again going to be using warping for a lot of this, and this all also needs to be much thicker, I'm realizing, because these cars are all going to be tiny. And scale it down. That was a Nutrigrain bar box falling in the background, by the way. Honestly, I feel like warping is quickly becoming the most important thing that Rob Top has added to the update 2.2, at least from a building perspective, along with like the particle trigger too. But I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot that you could do weirdly with warping. Like, you get a saw blade, and you warp it. Rotation is warped too. Creates room for a lot of weird backgrounds. Also, I'm just gonna put on, show hitboxes here. Whoa, okay. That hitbox is still the same? So does that mean if I do this, that is kind of fucked. The hitbox snaps to the furthest edge away from the saw blade. I'm wondering now if that is going to break any levels that were made before 2.2 and that used Mega Hack to hack scaling. Because if so, a lot of stuff is going to be broken. Let me actually check to see if the stuff is broken. Color is it? This is also the level that I tried to get raided before and it didn't pan out. Whoa. Gonna test that out now. That also means you get like a mini look at what my old like attempt to make a raid level was. Okay, let's see how this works. Shit. May have to cut out the music depending on copyright stuff. Okay, it doesn't kill me. But now I feel like playing this level again. Something that you will get more used to the more that you watch me is me going back and playing my old levels, because I'm a master of procrastination, and oftentimes I am very satisfied with my own work, which is also why I take a little while in editing too. So oftentimes I will go back and play my own levels just because I like them, and I like the gameplay and I like the decoration. Granted, I know from an objective standpoint this level has absolute dog shit gameplay, but for me as the person who made it, I think it's fun. Anyways, I figured out that stuff over there. Now back to the level. Copy paste. Oh shit, MatPat's leaving YouTube. I just got a text about that. And I haven't watched his video yet, so I don't know why. He's done enough. Like, he's done a lot. So if he sees that the end is near and he wants to call it here, that's fine. It's honestly kind of weird seeing everyone that you watched as a kid actually growing up with you. Growing up is weird. Just growing up is weird. Most people don't think about what they're going to do later on when they're a kid. I know I didn't. Like, I obviously had, like, I had little kid dreams, you know? Professional basketball player, they're so cool. I'm fucking 5'8", I'm never making it into the NBA. When you're a kid, you want to be a grown-up. When you're a grown-up, you want to be a kid again. And whenever I think about when I was a kid, I always remember, like, the best things. And for some reason, recently, I've been kind of just scrolling around the internet, and recently I found, like, a bracket site for, like, top video game soundtracks of all time, and half of the stuff on there I was like, holy shit, I have not heard this, and I don't even know how long I haven't heard some of that stuff in. When I started doing that, like, the nostalgia wave just kind of smacked me like a truck. When I started the whole bracket thing, and when I started, like, actually listening to that kind of music, I just immediately popped into my head, like, some of the games I played as a kid, like Mario Bros. U, Wii Sports Resort, all that stuff. And one game in particular that I want to linger on for a second, Kirby's Epic Yarn. I wouldn't say it's my favorite game of all time, but it's getting pretty fucking close. That, along with Mario Galaxy, was like the only game that both my mom and I enjoyed. And the soundtracks are amazing. When I'm editing this video, I'll be using soundtracks from Mario Galaxy and Kirby's Epic Yarn. And I think the vast majority will be on Kirby's Epic Yarn just because it's so underrated. But it's so, like, nice and calm and sweet, and it's like, ah! If you play Kirby's Epic Yarn and you don't feel happy, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but you gotta get something checked out. So children, and any children watching this, if you're watching this, play Kirby's Epic Yarn. Trust me, just do it. And I think that's good enough for just, like, standard car. It's not meant to be, like, that big and stupendous. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks again, and I'm calling it there. See you later.